You are the type of owner who genuinely tries to stay calm around your dog. You take the deep breaths, you keep your voice steady, you put on a relaxed face. But here is what nobody tells you: your dog is not reading your face. They are reading your chemistry. Before you even register that you are anxious, your body has already sent a signal and your dog caught it. What happens next will change how you understand every walk, every vet visit, every moment of stress you thought you were hiding. We spend so much time worrying about our tone of voice and our posture around dogs. And yes, those things matter. But there is an entire invisible conversation happening beneath all of that. One written in cortisol and sweat, in chemicals your body produces before your conscious mind even catches up. Today, we are going into that conversation, because once you understand it, you will never see your dog's behavior the same way again. Let us start with the predatory alert system, because that phrase alone tells you everything about what is really going on. Your dog's nose is not just a nose. It is a biological instrument so sensitive it can detect concentrations of chemicals at 1 part per trillion. To put that in perspective, that is the equivalent of finding a single drop of liquid in 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools. And one of the things that instrument is constantly scanning for, quietly, automatically, without your dog even deciding to do it, is the chemical signature of stress in the beings around them. When you feel fear or anxiety, your adrenal glands release cortisol. Your apocrine sweat glands, which are concentrated in your armpits, your palms, the soles of your feet, respond immediately. They release a chemically distinct sweat, different from the kind you produce during exercise. This stress sweat carries volatile organic compounds, specific molecules that drift into the air and land directly in your dog's olfactory system within seconds. Your dog is not guessing. They are reading a chemical report your body filed without your permission. Now here is where it gets ancestrally deep. Dogs evolved alongside predators and prey for tens of thousands of years before they ever shared a couch with a human. In the wild, the ability to detect fear in another animal was not just useful, it was survival critical. A vulnerable, frightened animal is either a threat reacting from panic or an opportunity for something else in the environment to exploit. Either way, it requires immediate attention. That ancient wiring did not disappear when dogs became domesticated. It just redirected. And you, the person they love most, became the subject of that scan. So what does your dog actually do with that information? This is the part that surprises most owners. And honestly, it is the part that explains a lot of confusing behavior. When your cortisol spikes and your dog detects it, their brain processes it through a lens shaped by pack dynamics. In a stable social structure, the individual who is calm and oriented is the one making decisions for the group. When that individual suddenly emits the chemical signature of distress, the structure does not just wobble. It triggers a role reversal. Your dog interprets your stress chemistry as a signal that the decision maker, you, is temporarily compromised. And nature does not leave a leadership vacuum. It fills one. So your dog steps into it. Not because they are disobedient, not because they are badly trained, but because their biology is responding to a biological input with a biological answer. This is not a behavioral problem. This is an ancient system doing exactly what it was designed to do, and the transition happens fast. One moment your dog is lying at your feet, loose and soft, tail occasionally thumping the floor. Then your cortisol climbs, maybe because you just got a stressful phone call, maybe because you are anxious about an upcoming vet appointment, maybe because you are rehearsing an argument in your head, and within moments, your dog is different. They are standing, they are scanning. Their ears are tracking every sound in the room. Their body is taut. They may start pacing, whining, pressing against your legs, or alternately, positioning themselves between you and the door. This is the shift from relaxed companion to hypervigilant protector, and it is driven entirely by your scent. Here is what that looks like in real life, and you have probably seen this without knowing what you were watching. You are at the vet's waiting room. You are nervous, even if you are doing your best to project calm. Your dog, who is normally fairly manageable, is suddenly pulling at the leash, barking at other dogs, impossible to settle. You assume they are reacting to the environment, and partly they are. But your stress chemistry is amplifying every external stimulus because it has already told them something is wrong. Someone needs protecting, be ready. Or you are having a difficult conversation with someone in your home. Your voice is controlled, you are not shouting, you think you are managing it. But your dog will not stop circling. They keep nudging your hand. They are restless and unsettled in a way that seems disproportionate to what is visibly happening. Your body already told them everything your words were trying to hide. This is why the standard advice, just act calm, just be confident, misses the mark so often. Acting calm does not change your chemistry. Your dog is not fooled by a performance. They have access to the data behind the performance and they are responding to that. So what do you actually do with this knowledge? First, you stop blaming your dog. That shift in behavior, that sudden alertness or clinginess or reactivity, is not disobedience. It is a care response. Your dog is doing what every good pack member is supposed to do when the person they are bonded to is in distress. Understanding that changes your frustration into something closer to gratitude, or at least compassion. Second, you start working on what is actually controllable, which is your physiological state, not just your emotional display. Slow, controlled breathing genuinely lowers cortisol, not because it is a trick, but because your autonomic nervous system responds to breathing patterns. When you slow your exhale, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your cortisol drops, and the chemical message your body is broadcasting to your dog actually changes. Your dog does not need you to pretend to be calm. They need you to actually move toward calm, even incrementally. Third, you recognize that every time you bring your dog into a high-stress situation, you are asking them to override one of the deepest biological programs they carry. That is not nothing. That takes time, conditioning, and a lot of patience on both ends. When your dog fails to hold a stay at the vet or loses focus on a stressful walk, they are not forgetting their training. They are being overwhelmed by chemical input that is telling them the situation requires a response you did not ask for. The predatory alert system is not a flaw. It is evidence of how deeply attuned your dog is to you. It is the biological foundation of the bond that makes dogs so extraordinary as companions. But it only works for you once you stop trying to manage your dog's behavior in isolation and start understanding that you and your dog are operating as a single biological unit, reading each other, influencing each other in ways that go far deeper than any command you have ever taught. If this changed how you see your dog's reactions, the next step is simple: pay attention to your own state the next time your dog's behavior shifts. Notice what your body was doing before they changed. That one habit, just noticing the connection, is where everything starts to shift. Share this with someone who has ever wondered why their dog seems to just know things, because now you both do. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, scan the QR code on the screen right now to subscribe and join the Pawsome Life family. Give your dog a belly rub for us, and we will see you in the next video.